Fourth order of business. Worshipful Master. Balloting for candidates, or admission. Brother Secretary, are there any candidates to be balloted for? Secretary. There are, Worshipful, 2, Joseph Locker and Reuben Bruce. Worshipful Master. Brethren, we are about to ballot for 2 applicants for the first degree in Masonry. The first is the petition of Mr. Joseph Locker. Anything for or against this gentleman is now in order. Here, if any brother has anything against or for Mr. Locker, he is privileged to speak on the subject. If nothing is offered, the Master says, Worshipful Master. If there is nothing to offer, we will proceed to ballot. Brother Senior Deacon, you will prepare the ballot box. Senior Deacon takes the ballot box, which is a small box, 5 or 6 inches square, with 2 drawers in it, and a small hopper in the top, a hole from which passes down into the first drawer, which is empty and shoved in, while the lower one is drawn out and nearly full of both black and white balls, places the box on the altar in the middle of the lodge, and takes his seat again. Worshipful Master. Brethren, you will proceed to ballot. The balloting is done as follows: Master first. Secretary calls the names, commencing with the senior warden down to the tiller, and, as their names are called, each Mason steps up to the box at the altar, makes the sign of Master Mason to the Master, and then takes from the lower drawer of the ballot box a ball, white or black, as he sees fit, deposits it in the hopper above, and retires to his seat. So all vote. Worshipful Master. Have all voted? If so, Brother Senior Deacon, you will close the ballot. Senior Deacon closes the drawer, and carries the box to the junior warden in the south. He knolls out the top drawer, looks to see if the drawer is clear or not, and then closes it and hands it to the deacon, who carries it to the senior warden in the west for his examination. As the deacon leaves the junior warden's station, the Master says to him, Worshipful Master. Brother Junior Warden, how stands the ballot in the south? Junior Warden. Clear in the south, Worshipful. If not clear, and there should be a black ball or 2, he would say, Not clear in the south, Worshipful. By this time the senior warden has examined, and the Master inquires of him, Worshipful Master. Brother Senior Warden, how stands the ballot in the west? Senior Warden. Clear or not in the west, Worshipful. Making the sign. By this time the deacon has arrived at the Worshipful Master's station in the east. He looks in the box, and says, Worshipful Master. And clear or not clear in the east. Brethren, you have elected or not Mr. Joseph Locker to the first degree in Masonry. The other candidate is balloted for in the same manner. Fifth order of business. Worshipful Master. Conferring degrees. Brother Junior Deacon, you will ascertain whether there are any candidates in waiting, and for what degree, and report at once. The Junior Deacon inquires of the tiller and brethren generally, and reports someone will name a candidate who has been previously balloted for, who will probably be waiting in the anteroom. Junior Deacon. There is 1, or 2, as the case may be, now in waiting for the first degree, Mr. Peter Gabb and Mr. John Milk. Worshipful Master. Brethren, there seems to be a good deal of business on hand this evening. But my business engagements are such as to render it impossible for me to be present very late. Consequently we will confer the degree upon Mr. Gabb only, and will call a special communication next week to attend to Mr. Milk's wants. You would inform Mr. Milk, Brother Junior Deacon, of our decision, and not keep him any longer in waiting. You will also say to Mr. Gabb, that as soon as we finish the regular business of the lodge, he can have the first degree conferred on him. Junior Deacon does his duty. Sixth order of business. Worshipful Master. Considering unfinished business. No unfinished business.